Sa ngayong araw na ito, ako ay magluluto ng lumpia para sa inyo. At gusto ko din, nandito din ako para ako ay makapagsagot din ng mga tanong na tungkol sa aking istorya. Pagpunta ko dito, paglipat ko din dito sa Amerika. So, my name is Dan Landingan. I was actually born and raised in the Philippines. My parents and I, my family and I basically, we were originally like 30 minutes just up north of Manila. But when I was 15 years old, in like June of 2019, I moved to Orlando, Florida. Yeah, so it's actually pretty like funny story though. What's really cool about it is that, so a little bit about my family, I guess. So my mom has been like a single mom for years, and I remember like my mom and I were like talking, and she was like, how do you feel about me like going on dates again, son? And I was like, I'm down, like just go for it, you know, just for fun and just have a great time. And so my mom went to an online dating app. It's called LDS Mutual. So my mom is a member of the LDS Church, and so at first it was kind of like we're just clowning around like the people that wants to like date my mom and all. And then it was until there's a guy named Brian, who little did I know will eventually be my stepdad. They had a really great connection, and my mom just thought about just maybe it'll be a good opportunity, a good idea to just to be with him and to marry him as well, because she sees a really good future with my stepdad. And I do the same thing as well too. And so around like March or February of 2019 is when my mom and I decided to just get our visas, just get like all like the process and stuff to move to America. And that's how we ended up. In June of 2019, we moved to America. It was a long process, I can tell you that. It was super long, but it was definitely worth it. And so, like I said, my mom and I was 15 years old. We moved to Florida, just joined my stepdad and his family, and the rest is history, but it's been so worth it.
You decide you want to go to America. From that point to when you actually get to America, how long do you think that period was?
Ooh, I think it was like a solid year. I think for us, it took us like a solid year to kind of like. So my mom and I were like thinking about it. We're like, so what do you think about being with Brian and his family? And I told her, I was like, I'm down. I think he's a really nice guy. I see just a great future with him. And so for like the first like 3 months of it, it was all about just my mom and I just pondering, just thinking about like if it's the right move, because obviously like moving from a different country is a really big decision for us. And so 3 months later, we talked with my stepdad at that time, talked to Brian, and he was up for it. He supports us. He was just looking forward for it, and then the process was like just a little less than a year. It was like pretty quick for us, before we moved to America.
And was that because your mom was marrying Brian?
That's because of love, yeah. That's because of love. My mom loves my stepdad. My stepdad loves my mom, and I feel the same way for both of them too. Like I was just happy. I just think that, you know, for me, if my mom is happy, I'm happy too. And so that was just one of those things where I just fully supported. I know it's gonna be something hard, something big for both my mom and I, but it's an adventure. You know, we love it. It's all because of love. So, I guess living in the Philippines, one of the things that I have valued a lot, even since living here in the U.S., was all the Filipinos. You'll see like a lot of us Filipinos, we're super family oriented. I have valued my family a lot. Family gatherings was a big thing, especially for Christmas. And I just love how people are just happy. You know, no matter what situation they are, whether they are in a place where they're not well off, or even times when there's like a big like natural disaster has happened, or even like a hurricane. I just see people just being so happy just all the time. You know, they don't just growing up, I just enjoy seeing people just being just fun no matter what the circumstances are. And that's one thing on which I was able to apply as well since being here in America, is just having a great time, just realizing that there's always just going to be good things in life no matter what the circumstances are.
Do you think that America is as happy as the Philippines?
Honestly, no, it's not. Like, I would say that when I moved here, a lot of people are like so much, I don't know, they just look more miserable, especially with like trying to make ends meet, trying to just go on with their jobs or they just hate it. And so it was also like kind of mellow when I first came here to America because like I just noticed how people are just like stressed with just life. You know, it's not like the Philippines where like a lot of people that I've met, even though they're having a hard time, they're just having the greatest time of their lives right there, just with their friends, with their family, even just with themselves too. How to like wrap like lumpia and stuff, it's a little tricky at first. But what I would usually do is with this egg wash right here, I'm gonna take with my finger and kind of like go around like the edges. That way, like it would stick, it would secure once you do like the wrapping at the end. So what I'm gonna do at first is just cover all the edges to kind of secure it. So this will take a while. It takes a lot of patience as well on that part right here. Once you get the hang of it, you get
Okay, so a transition is, you know, we made lumpia today, right?
Right, yeah.
And so how does keeping in contact with that culture as well as, you know, the food, how does that help you be here in America? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, it was really just helped me a lot, especially just being here in America. I've been here for about like almost like 5-6 years, somewhere along those lines. But just going back into my culture just makes me much more happy as well too. Just made me realize that like I can't take the Philippines for granted. I want to just take the time to be able to appreciate where I'm originally from and to be able to share that light and joy that I've had from my home country here to people here in America. Take this part and then the other end of this. Be sure that it's a little bit secured. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then roll it.
Rolling.
What I would do is I would just like put a little more of this egg wash right here, just for safety measures. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
We'll be here on here too, might as well.
It was good, bro. Frick.
Be sure it's tight, because if it's not tight, it's not right. Get your facts right. Anyways, so I was saying, that's how you make it.
Dang, nice.
Well, now it's time to make the rest of them. I don't know how long it'll take me, probably eternity. That's all good. So we get them.
You're here in Utah now.
Mm-hmm.
You're in Florida. How did you meet me?
I was able to meet you when we first were, I guess, LDS missionaries in Hawaii. And I remember how, when I first met you, right, I was like, he seems like a pretty cool guy. He's just chill, really laid back. I think I'm gonna go just vibe with him, right? And I don't know what funny stories I should share, man. There's just too many of them.
Tell the story of when we had balut on Christmas.
So, I guess for people who don't know what balut is, so think about as like in between there's like a raw egg from like an actual like born like little chick. So it's kind of like in between. It's like in the middle of the process of it actually becoming a chicken. So like it's, you'll see like the little chicken and everything, but it's not like fully developed. And so it's a staple in the Philippines. It took me a while to kind of get used to it. I did not like it because obviously just from the looks and from all that, but it took me a while before I told myself like, this is actually not too bad. I actually like it. And so yeah, from that story, I remember I was with another missionary and we went to this one Filipino store and they were selling balut. And I was like, you know what? I think it would be cool if Nikki right here will try some of this balut right here, cause since you haven't tried it, right?
Mm.
And so the same day I bought like 2 or 3 baluts, and I remember it was supposed to be a prank. I'll be honest, like I was supposed to just clown you, and I was expecting you would not like it. And so we just pulled up to your place, and I was like, you see this right here? It's like, yeah. Is that balut there? I was like, yep, exactly. That's for you right there, man. It's a little Christmas gift for you. And so I remember I was just
because it was like Christmas Eve, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I remember, yeah, it was like Christmas Eve. I remember I was like recording like the whole thing because I was like, man, I want to see this guy like just puke or something, just throw up. But no, man, like I was surprised and I was happy that you actually liked it. But it was just one of my favorite times because, you know what I'm saying, it was Christmas Eve. Just wanted to have a great time with you and just vibe. I think one of my favorite stories as well too is when we played Monopoly, bro. When you just freaking demolished us.
And then what I do, bro?
You freaking went to the patio and then you just showed to us like just all the buildings, how it's just all yours, bro. I'm dead. So in the LDS mission, there you get to be like in assignments, and one of them is being as a district leader. So it's kind of like, if you think about it, it's equivalent to like a team lead or like a shift lead, where this individual right here, they would want to go and just I guess like just take care of like some certain individuals for at least like an average of like 5 to 10 other missionaries. So you're basically like, I would say in control, but more of like you are there to lead by example. You're there to be able to like just help them out and not be bossy, but more of just be there in a loving way. You know, just kind of like guide them in the best way possible. And so there was a time when Mickey and I were both district leaders, and we had like our own set on which we had to like take care of, right, of missionaries. And that was when we just told each other like, so how do you feel if we just like hang out and just tell like, let's do like a correlation meeting to be able to how to best be district leaders for our district. And that's where Jobby comes in mind. We're like, where should we go meet up for this little meeting we're having? I don't know why we call it meeting, but it's just us literally just hanging out, just having a great time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's because district is supposed to cross. Remember?
Right. Yeah. That's right. And so so Mickey and I were just like, all right, man. Yeah. Why don't we just go to Jollibee, since that's like our headquarters, basically. And so I guess for people who don't know what Jollibee is, it's a Filipino fast food restaurant. They specialize in fried chicken. If you haven't been there, you should go there. If they don't have it in Utah, well, too bad. Might as well just drive somewhere out of state for it.
It's worth it, huh?
It's worth it. Oh yeah, it's definitely worth it.
That's funny. Have you seen any like examples of, I guess I would call it discrimination or racism against you or your mom or whatever? That's freaking beautiful.
Honestly, nah. Like, that's like one of the things where obviously I was scared of at first, especially my mom, because she was like, I don't want to feel discriminated, especially by like other people, right? But my personal experience so far since being here in America, I have not experienced any of that. I mean, obviously, like, you know what I'm saying, you'll always just pass by people who either think you're like of a different race or they assume you are. Like with me, I'm Filipino, so I'm Asian, right? But a lot of people think I'm freaking like Hispanic or something, and I'm like, no, like, I get it all the time, but it doesn't make me like offended. And it happens all the time, you know what I'm saying? But I never felt like attacked, never felt offended by anyone. But since my time here in America, I've just felt nothing but just love and just appreciation from other people too. I've just been treated just like any other people, you know, with love, with friendship, and that's just the best thing that I have received from everyone here so far since living here in America.
And since being in America, how is the culture of Filipinos in America different than the culture of Filipinos in the States? In the Philippines, if there's a difference, like, tell me how you interact with other Filipinos here.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, the Filipinos here, I guess, in America, since they always rep the Philippines, you know what I'm saying? Especially being out of the country. And so I feel like the Filipinos here in America are more like culturally like appreciative of the Philippines. Like, for example, I'll just meet like a random stranger, and then when I found out they're Filipino, we just get so hyped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just like talk to one another in our own language, talk to Tagalog in my case, and then we just try and get each other's like contact details, social medias, being like, hey, you know, let's go meet up or something. Especially here in Utah, I don't think I've met like a lot of Filipinos here, honestly. I've met like 2 or 3 of them, but I value my friendship with them because we all share the same culture. It's always just so happy just meeting other people who are in the same country as you do as well. I guess for a lot of the people, I guess, who either moved here from a different like country to America, like I feel you, man. I'm just grateful for everyone who's been living in this place. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a reason why a lot of us moved here to America, so that we can be able to have the opportunity, a good life as well too, and just be able to have a really unique and great journey in our lives. Live life as it is. Live life to its fullest, no matter what the circumstances. That's what helped me a lot, especially a lot of the people in the Philippines, because life is so short. I feel like just being happy, being joyful is the best thing that we can do at this time, and just vibe. That's all I can say.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna. You can just eat one.
Is it you want?
Hold on, I'm gonna zoom out. Hey, eat it up, bro.
Sounds good right there. Alright, y'all. Well, that's it for today. Again, my name is Dan Landingan. I'm originally from the Philippines, moved to Florida, now I'm here in Utah. Thank you so much for watching. And in Tagalog of thank you is salamat po. I almost forgot to tell you. If you're a snow bunny, if you're a white blonde girl, please let me know. Here's my Instagram right here, okay? I'm just saying, if you want some mad chocolate chip cookies, just let me know.
Dude, he makes mad chocolate chip cookies, bro. What's our agreement that we have, bro?
Oh yeah, that's right. Where I told you, like, if I'll refer you to a brown girl, you refer to me to a white girl.
Yeah.
I'm dead, bro.